my cultural artifact. I chose hashtag significance because I didn't think my medal had much significance in comparison with other cultures. For me, personally, it had a lot of significance in what I do, reminders of the past, what happened for me to get that medal. So for me personally, a lot of significance was carried with that medal. However, with this essay, I realized that other objects can be any object can be thought of as a higher significance than most people would put it. I knew people put significance on things that weren't people, or basically they were just inanimate objects, instead of like people or animals or things like that. But I didn't know the extent of significance you could put on something. Like, I knew people put significance on cars, for example. For me, my car is very important for me. However, other things, like, for example, what I compared my medallion to, the Nazca people's headhunting. Not exactly a pretty comparison, we'll admit that, but for them, the heads that they chopped off their enemies, however gruesome that may sound, carried significance to them. And never really thought of comparing a medal I had won through a hard-fought game and training throughout the week to carry the same significance as a headhunting ritual. Nor did I place it in the same range as someone who worshipped, for example, like their guitar. So it was a good experience and a valuable experience to see the different ranges of significance people put onto objects. As for the essay itself, I think for me personally, it was one of the more challenging essays. Mostly because talking about the significance of my medallion was simple. Comparing it with something else, that was the difficult part. There, I had to open my eyes to different avenues of significance and see it through someone else's eyes of, this is important to me, it's not important to you, might be important to him, but for me it's very important. And I never really put much thought into comparing my medal with the significance of something else. And this project taught me to do that. Like, I knew my medal carried significance to me, someone's car carried significance to them, but I never thought of comparing a medal I had received to the significance someone put on their car. And beyond that, once I was able to get the comparison and get a good feel for how different people put significance on different objects compared to mine, at that point it became easier, as well as comparing it to different communities. The community aspect was also something I didn't think of. I didn't think of communities of significance, as in people placing significance on it. For example, me placing significance on a medal, and then receiving feedback from other people, and that creates a community of significance around this object. I had never thought of it like that, and because of that, I'm thankful I did this project. Beyond that, beyond those difficulties, it was like writing another paper. I do like the fact that we're a lot of creative outlet again for the final draft, instead of just another final essay.